Just give me 1 second to bring everything up, and then we'll get started. How's everyone doing today? Maybe there's a little delay.
Hal loves being
The
antagonistic.
chat box
Just
says...
ignore him when he's mouthing off.
There we go.
Don't let him get under your skin.
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
Alright, hey everyone, it's Rain, and we are back with more Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be doing the 5.1 Archon quest. I've only heard good things about this quest. Like, I don't even know what else to say. My friends did it day one, and they came up, they were texting me like, have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? You're the lore guy. You literally talk about all this crazy shit all the time. You were right. Do the quest. I want to talk to you about it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in this quest, but they got me so excited for it that, like, I switched today and tomorrow's streams just so I could do Genshin a day early. So, yeah, we're going to be doing the 5.1 Archon quest, obviously. I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than that. So let's get started. I'm already here in Natlan, ready to go. I'm AR 60 now, by the way. How do I show you guys that? Yeah, okay, you guys can see that here. Okay, cool. I think I was AR 60 last stream too, but I don't think I actually brought it up. So yeah, I'm AR 60 now. That's awesome. So, SoulRayne is out. I'm not going to actively try and pull for her. If I have wishes, I'll probably use them to try and get her because she is just really, really good. She's like Kazuha 2.0, but I'm not going to spend any money. I'm not going to like grind or anything for her. If I get her, I get her. I don't even know what my pity's at. Let me look. Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Alright, so we're like one pull away from 60. So we're actually pretty close to pity. Because I was trying to get C1 Kanich because he's just really good. But I do want to try her. Mainly because I just kind of want to try the roller skate thing. It sounds really, really fun. So let's give her a test run and then we're going to start the quest. She's also just such a cool character, like in general. Basically what she does, she's kind of like a mix between Kazuha and Zhongli. She lowers the elemental shred, or the elemental resistance of enemies, and she also, she heals and does something else. Oh, she does like little front flip, that's really cool. Let's fight these guys. So,
Let the mountain's veins boil. Let me lead you.
she kind of boosts everyone else's damage on the team, and you can tell when she does the resistance by the little squares she has on her when she does her little dash. It's really cool, as you can see. So, because all of those are not orange, they're blue, red, and red for Hydro, Pyro, Pyro. Those are the elements she will shred, which is nice.
Let's do this then!
Hear the echoes of the valley. Rain.
And I'm pretty sure if you like do a stop with her, that's how she heals. I haven't actually tried it yet. We'll see.
All right. Letting grave names echo.
Like, she's definitely fun. And you can like tell if the the buffs are on / debuffs to enemies if they have that ring around their feet. Oh, she can go faster. Can't believe I haven't tried that yet.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Let me weave you a verse. Inadmissible evidence from Boom. Boba, get them.
I didn't account way back when I did my free-to-play account before the Amber one, where you had to play with my main. And I used to be obsessed with Genshin. But then, like, even just having this normal account got a little tiring of playing sometimes, so I, like, ended up dropping the other accounts completely. Like, haven't played them in, like, 2 years.
Rain outlines your motion to compel.
It's really funny because I got Raiden on my Entrée account, like, with no trouble. Is that it? I mean, yeah, she's fun. I know if you use her right, especially with Kazuha, she is, like, game-breaking. She also makes, like, characters like Hu Tao and Neuvillette, characters who run on, like, charge attack and who really like elemental shred and stuff like that. She just makes them really, really good. So if you guys are, like, a Hu Tao or Neuvillette main, I think she's also good with our Chino. Who else? She wouldn't be good for Knit. She would be good for Mualani, because Mualani does. Knit is Dendro. She doesn't work with Dendro or Dio. Really, you really don't want to use her with other Dio characters, unless you have her C2. So yeah, I don't know. If I get her, awesome, I'll build her. If not, oh well. Pyro Archon soon. I wasn't actually gonna pull for Chaska, but I saw her leaks, and the fact that she's literally just a witch who rides on a gun kind of made me want her, like, super bad. She's basically like Kazuha. No, well, yeah, a little bit of Kazuha, because she does do the elemental shred on her skill, but just not as much as Kazuha. She's more like Wanderer, is what I was gonna say.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Because, like, she has those bullets if you, like, target certain elemental like
so
creatures
much.
and stuff.
The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed.
She, like, swirls
these
them
days.
together and does reactions and stuff with them, like Wanderer's charge attack.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Oh, that's cool.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That, once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once.
That's
So
cool.
please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
We are in the middle of a war.
So that's
There's
the
no
plan.
time for rest.
Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
Can we just do nothing for 2 days?
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Dun dun dun. Oh, Kachina, what's up?
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
I forgot. The voice actors are on strike. Literally, Thomas on my Discord and I think a couple other people were saying that a couple voice actors just aren't in this update because of the strike. It threw me because I completely forgot, even though people told me about it.
Get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a really big honor and responsibility. I'm sorry, Kachina, but I'm not reading for you.
Hey, have some
If you're gonna be
confidence in
silent, I'm just gonna assume not important. I know it is, okay? I know it is, but... Okay. I didn't even look. I don't think so. Yeah, there's not a new area. Okay. Like I said, I didn't think so, but I did want to check. The quest location. Locate the character you. Wait, what? The quest location is currently involved in a quest. Hid treasures. Please complete it first. Locate character quest. That goes away way too fast. It took me like 3 times to read that because I had to keep rereading it once I did it. All right. What quest is that? Is this the event? I'm getting really, really sick of the events overtaking the main quests.
Running away?
I get it. It's the event. Okay, I do not care. I would like to get back to the main quest now, so I'm just gonna skip through all this. Call it a day. I can get back to the main quest now, right? Yeah, I can do the event on my own time. I usually do. So can we good now? Can we officially meet Chilone? Is it Chilone or Chilone? I think it's Chilone.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So
Dude, those
young, and yet you've
eyes.
already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're
No,
saying the
only thing
Pyro
she
Archon didn't
said
tell you?
is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I
Dude,
thought
she has
was
body
just commenting
glitter.
on my skills.
I didn't even realize
But I
that.
seem
Like,
to
look at her
understand
legs.
Where the true difficulty lies now. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really.
Makes
I just
sense. She's like a DJ
need a
too.
moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Huh? Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of these under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their Adventurer's Handbook.
But they were all performed outside of Natland, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those
The Traveler
deeds
looks so
haven't been
defeated.
recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natland, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as the basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time,
Ugh,
Chilone?
don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order,
Fair.
then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa.
Sure.
Not only has she accepted the task, but
We'll
now
we'll
she's
go with
looking
that
for
instead of the
silver
Pyro
linings?
Archon not really thinking about it and just asking you to do something.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
We would need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyabs.
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Seatlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Eats Talit.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've
Okay,
heard
so how do we
that
get a
to
meeting with her?
help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Seat Lolly would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Okay.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Let's go!
Please just give me a moment to write the letter.
I love hanging out with
We can meet up
Kanich.
near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime. And points for agility.
Finch makes his way over after some time. Kanich doesn't have...
Yeah, sorry to put this on
No!
you,
I didn't
Kanich.
know Kanich's
It's
voice
just that
actor was
you're
on strike
probably the only
too.
person who knows how to deal with her.
Like, I understand why they're on strike, but I'm so disappointed. I love Kanich.
Oh, wait, so
This is
Kachina
so
and the
weird. It's like
Traveler
they're
also know
talking to
about the plan?
themselves. Ugh.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us.
So it's Kanich, Shalone, Mualani. Who else? Probably Chaska. And probably the
Shilonen knows him
midget.
too?
Or Oron. Oron? I wish one of the persons that had, like, a voice would have said it.
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
I'm really disappointed, though, because I really loved Auroran's design. And they made him a 4-star, and I was going to pull for him. And I'm like, ugh, it's just disappointing. It really is. I'm still going to get him. I'm still going to pull for him. But it's like a Moe situation all over again. Because they made the older, emo, dark ninja kind of hot guy that you could have pulled for. And you know how much they would have sold if they were a 5-star? Yeah, they made him a 4-star. Granted, Moe's is still really good, especially with follow-up attack teams and stuff like that. But especially with Fei Zhao. I don't know. Auroran is like very 2 Electors in a team niche, very sub DPS.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroran's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As we know, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroran joined the Fatui, voluntary or if he was coerced. I really can't do the Kanich voice.
So if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Wait. If Auroran is one of the heroes, which I'm just guessing just because of how important he seems he's going to be in the story, would that make him the only 4-star of the 6 heroes? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking
Oh wait, I guess the midget could be a 4-star too.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days. Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Alright. Wait until the morning after tomorrow. Ugh. Kinda just wish Hoyo would have given in to the strike already, and then we could have had the voice actors in the quest. But oh well. I must have got that wrong, because it still wasn't saying enough times
Oh,
passed.
it's time to
Alright.
meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Shilonen!
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Awesome. Where is she? Not a new tribe location, which is weird, but alright. I kind of assumed we'd be going to one of the new tribes in this quest to try and, like, broker out who is who and all that kind of stuff, but I guess not yet. Oh well.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject?
If Venti
Well,
ordered
if you ask
everyone
me,
to give him a bottle of
I'd say
alcohol,
we're
do you
all
think he
more like
would?
friends with the Archon.
No.
Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only
Yeah,
thing
especially
is that
'cause she
often has very
is,
high
you know,
expectations
human.
of us.
Or at least the mortal Archon or whatever.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful,
It's not like she's lived for thousands of years like all the others.
Unlike that old hag Granny Eachtley, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous?
Paimon, shut up.
We'll talk about her like she's
Paimon, shut up. And she is so not old. Wait, that's her? I remember her from the trailer.
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
They literally call her Granny?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Huh? See, Lolly.
It's another Farazan situation.
You're Sea Lolly? You're Granny Eachtley?
I mean,
Yes,
Farazan...
Granny Eastley. But emphasis on Eastley, not Granny.
I mean, Farazan's like over 100 years old. And she still looks like a freaking preteen, so I mean...
You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
I mean, fair.
Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
Really?
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Please punch Paimon in the face.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's
I love her already.
your case. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
I kind of realize now, because I don't know if I ever put this together, but seeing these two characters next to each other like this, a lot of characters in Natlan have braids. Have you guys noticed that? Like, Kanich has a couple, like, woven through his, like, hairstyle and everything.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. I received Kenich's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, understood. Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear
That
you all
face.
talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the
Oh
whole
my god, I
story.
love her. She's so expressive.
Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
It seems like it.
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Dude.
Annie.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, and you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Okay, I can see why they call her Granny.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me? What was all that supposed to mean? It's obvious they're talking about the main... What? They're talking about the Archons. Because they brought up how money rules everyone, but not the Traveler, Morax. They talk about the fearsome waves and storms. Obviously, like Nuvalet Farina. Weird Hydro Archon thing. And the storms obviously being Raiden, and even the something leaf the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness, which is Nahida.
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night.
Sure.
Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Thanks.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Okay, who that?
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain.
Whole history lesson, no
Just
thanks.
listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you.
Maybe another time, but just no thanks
The
for now.
Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff
Is her
at, so please.
Saint Lolly?
Be careful
Is
during
that
your
what they
investigation.
said?
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I
I
decided
have a feeling
to swing
she's
by
gonna be the
Auroron's place to look for
5-star
clues.
from the
He has
Bat
always
Clan.
lived alone.
I don't remember what their name
And I
was.
found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
He's in his
That's not
20s
to
though.
say that I believe he's
He's legal.
totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
So he's a Saurian farmer? I don't want to say farmer,
All right,
raiser.
then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Again, doesn't make sense that he wouldn't be seen last, like, in his tribe. Like, I know we have all of... Wait, isn't it, like, all of this? They said there's going to be, like, a tribe around here, right? And then we're probably going to have... We have all this over here, because we saw that there's actually another tribe, like, right here behind. In those cliffs. And then we saw like the wasteland, which is supposed to be like where the abandoned tribe was. So new. It's just weird that they didn't put, like, I get making a new map would be like really time consuming and all that. So like I understand why they didn't. They do it like every like 2 or 3 updates they add new map, but if that was the case, why didn't they save this part of the arc quest till later?
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers
Oh,
here.
so like not where he was kidnapped.
I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
I mean, he is a kid from her tribe, right?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's the case, if that's all there was to him, then he really doesn't sound like that bad of a person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Could you make it so we could see it?
How about now?
So another form of elemental sight?
Whoa,
I don't understand why we just didn't use elemental sight, but alright.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Heh.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense
Our
that you've got a great
emergency
affinity
rations
for
do
phlogiston.
not need
You're
senses.
extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
Sure.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag
kind
who's
of,
as
yeah.
fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns.
Just be yourself.
Given the looks on their faces just now. Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right?
You do have
Tell me
Tron
that I
discs
still
on your
get
head.
The impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
think I heard a voice. Wait, it wasn't with my ears. Was it in my
Was
mind?
that St. Lally's voice?
Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what was going on. Let me think. It must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
You bet. Just leave it to us. Oh my god.
Hey, looks like
Did
there's
she
a new
mess
ship
up
over
the
there.
spell?
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there?
Darling
Can't have him caught in the
grandson!
crossfire. No, I've got to be careful.
Didn't you just
Otherwise
say
he'd
you
get hit
weren't
as
that
well.
old?
How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
I officially love her. Oh my god. She's that super, like, pretty, weird girl who just doesn't understand social interaction.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kenichi told
Cryo.
us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here.
She still doesn't
Judging
understand we
from
can
what's
hear her
left on the
thoughts.
scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
And we're gonna find the
I'll
path
take
that
this direction.
probably
and
makes
leave the
us
other
fight.
one to you.
She kind of gets
Auroron?
Catalyst vibes.
What the heck were you
Because the whole
doing?
Sage
It's one
situation.
thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes.
How cool would it be though if her
Traveler,
weapon, like,
did you hear all of that as well?
how cool would it be if she got like a shaman staff as a weapon? Because you know how Yaimiko, she's a Catalyst user, but she uses her ceremonial like baton thing as the actual like conduit for her attacks and stuff. How cool would it be if she had like an old lady like cane or shaman staff as her weapon, even though she was a Catalyst user? They do that all the time and stuff now. It would definitely make her way more unique. Like, imagine her just walking up and whacking someone with a cane. Oh,
Once Seat Lolly left,
Oh,
that
I'd love
voice
it.
went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
yeah, because she was sharing her senses, not ours. We weren't sharing our senses back.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also, she did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Yeah. She's definitely just like a walking contradiction, but she's just trying to, I don't know, be more hip. She just doesn't really like social interactions, probably because she's constantly pretending to be something she's not. That would be so exhausting. It also like fits it with her hermit persona.
Did you find something?
There are more traces of phlogiston here. I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail ends here.
Huh. So we can't
Flowers?
tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Tom's right. This is all extremely strange.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
He talked to us. What the shit? What just happened? Dream World? Oh, Night Kingdom. Okay. The Night Kingdom. How did we get here? Auroron! Dude, I want him so bad.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first
His
meeting
voice
has to
sounds
take
so
place
different
like
than I
this.
thought it would be.
It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm
Dude,
Aurora,
his
the one you've been searching
eyes.
for.
90% of why I want him is because of his eyes. He's so pretty.
Ah, the Fatui's custody.
And kind of like edgy at the
I
same
see.
time. I don't
So
know.
even
I love
Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
It's the captain.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you're working together.
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Oh, bitch slap that pretty face of yours. Don't just kidnap people. You could have just walked up to us and asked us this. But no, kidnapping. Okay, sure.
Hey, what happened just now?
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine. Just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, they would have left the remnants as motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and... I'm blanking on how to say her name. Kitali? Kitali? It's not how you say it. I know it's not.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Seat Lolly should be able to...
Seat Lolly, okay.
Exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself. In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
I don't understand why he joined up with the Fatui, though. I really don't.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Okay. I really don't understand why we didn't just tell her. Why would we trust the Fatui over more Marika anyway? Like, I really don't get why they think we would just blindly trust them after how they wanted to talk to us was by kidnapping us so we couldn't fight back. Like, are they dumb?
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's
He's
Auroron.
there.
So he really was taken by the Fatui.
He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the night.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun. Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay,
Do you have
Mr.
seer powers
Philosopher.
too?
That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1!
Yep.
Still trying to resist?
Here we go.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Back into it.
Let's end this quickly.
Everybody stand!
Sharing my knowledge. Let's wait for it.
Got him cornered. For the Lord of the Night. Don't get too close. You hear?
I see everything. Make yourself a move.
Just be locked up. Too far.
My one weakness on this team, the pyro gun guy. Because everything is done with the burning reaction on this team.
Target quiet. This was well done.
Auroron!
Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Leave, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many
I'm gonna
times have I
slap this
told
guy.
you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
So you treat everyone like they're uncles or aunts, grandmas and grannies?
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid?
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
He's acting such
Next
like...
time? Oh, good one. You think
We
there'll
know
be
he
a
doesn't
next
act
time
like a
after this?
baby.
Not a chance.
But he is with her. It is to get out of trouble. You act all pouty and you won't get punished. You'll just get yelled at.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain
So
just
he's
for
lying?
you to not use it? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence.
Dude, those are some tight-ass jeans. Do you guys see that? He's got the whole emo boy thing down. How does he fight in those?
Let's clean this
Have
place
you guys
up
ever
and get back
had
to the
super
city.
skinny jeans like that?
Auroron,
Oh.
you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
I'm so confused. Does he have split personalities or something? Or is he just lying to get out of trouble with Granny? I feel like it's the second one, because he acts like a completely different person when it was the person who raised him. Obviously, you would. But, like, damn. She looked like she was about to bend him over and whip his ass.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Bullshit.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't...
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilon and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
I just realized, like, it's...
Oh, thank you!
Not covering anything on one side.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Lali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What? That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Lali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to... We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Okay, wait until 20... 20... It's like 10 o'clock at night. Oh, the next day. My bad. Oh, it would be, because are we meeting with the Fatui? Is that what it is? Oh, this place. Creepy music in the background.
Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
Auroron.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's
I
with you
mean, they're
apologizing all the time? You sound
the
so
Nightwings.
polite and honest, but you're actually
Their whole
doing
thing is like
shady stuff
sound,
behind
isn't
people's
it?
backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
Let's get straight to the point. That was a little
It's all clear.
disorienting.
Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I'm only interested in the intel.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
You talked to Child? Child's voice line about the captain makes it seem like he's like this idol he can't reach and like does never like talks to the lower ranks or anything like that.
If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Probably.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along?
Oh, you can
The
actually
details of
see
which she
his
has chosen to
face.
keep hidden
Whoa, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like empty shadows or something under there. Like I didn't think they actually modeled a face under there. But you can. Interesting.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A
Like,
way
see, it
to
looks
keep
all black
Natlan
from there.
intact,
You would
even
never
if her
notice he had like
original plan
actual like
fails.
facial features if you
Given
didn't see him
the
from an
painful
angle.
cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait. By seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could it mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Why?
And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh.
Something? Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'd kind of like to know that too.
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place for discipline.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me.
Conversation with the captain was interrupted, and most crucial moment, but if Auroron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like everything from him is going to be like grain of salt situation.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
Does he not know? Or
Really?
is he just...
You're just going to stonewall me?
It's like Auroron has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us like that?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed, you've got a point.
He
And
says
please
indeed
just hang in
so
there for a little
often.
while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Oh shit, she's
Granny.
losing it.
You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
That's a little extreme. But...
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with
That was
them
the most
earlier.
violent threat that we've
But
heard in this
even
game
if
so
you'd been
far.
able
We've
to
heard
hear
like
them out,
murder and stuff,
there's
but
no
that's just straight
guarantee
up,
you
I'm
would've
gonna
gained anything
break his
substantial.
fucking legs.
Auroron
Damn!
probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. That brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Auron would not have reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster for us just to approach the Pyro Archon and confirm that the captain said. I can tell Auron's stubbornness has hurt Sidori deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her.
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
I don't know how to feel because I don't know what his reason is yet. I definitely like the character. He's definitely funny, especially in combination with Granny, but I don't know.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about—
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer? That's right. See, Lolly has gotten a lot quieter since Aurora ran away.
Yeah, we're trying to cheer her up. Hi, Thomas, what's up? How's the voiceless characters? It's just Kanich and,
Hey,
Katrina,
come
or
on
Katina
now.
for now.
You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks?
I love Granny and Auron's interactions. They're so funny.
We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides,
Plus,
we're definitely due a meal after all the
Dolly
time we
is
spent
like
together.
super expressive
Let me get this one.
and
I might be an old hag, but
like
I
with
to
only
think
like
I'm
the
not
hour that we've
completely
had her in this
useless.
quest,
Sure, that's fine
we've learned so much about her personality, and I honestly really love her. She's so great.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
I heard Kachina was actually supposed to have a much bigger part in this quest. Believe it or not, I think they must have cut her out as our guide. Primarily because of the whole voice acting thing. Voice actors on strike thing. Which, you know, kind of sucks, but... I'm assuming that's why we have so many interactions with Granny, and so I'm not complaining. I actually really, really love her. Today was very lucky, I think. I got the 4 circle for the new girl in ZZZ, the leopard girl in Genshin, and I started a Twitch. Congrats! I haven't used my Twitch in years. I always just liked streaming on YouTube more.
Do you see 2 people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
Yep, there's only one person there. You're just very drunk.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
So she's a lightweight.
How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Bottle? She drank a whole bottle?
There you go, miss.
Oh god, she'd get along so well with
Not every day
Venti.
you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard
We
of
can
us?
never take her to Mondstadt.
Of course I
Ever.
have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back?
Also,
No wonder you hit it
I
out
like
with
her
Ramsey
too.
Lolly.
She just
You wouldn't
reminds
spend
me
time
of
with just
Sakura
anybody,
from
you know?
Naruto. Kind of, yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
But she's like super socially awkward. She's a village sage, so she's basically a village elder. So everyone calls her Granny, but she still tries to be hip and young and like get along with the slang. So how she is in her head is completely different than how she acts on the outside, and that's why we have so many interactions of her talking to herself like in her head. So we can like see that that difference, because she's trying to like fit in, and that's why she doesn't social interaction very much, like in general, because she finds it exhausting to try and pretend to do that stuff, which is hilarious. Like they gave her this whole crazy personality where her inner voice and outer voice are completely different. She contradicts herself. It's so funny.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Everyone does.
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Her name is Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
That's why the Sakura thing, she also did the inner voice and outer voice thing. Really? It's been so long since I've watched Naruto, I honestly don't remember that much other than Sakura got super buff and became terrifying
Alright, that's enough.
after her training.
Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's...
Well then, you have my thanks.
Dude, I love that she has the Bronya face. If you guys don't know, that's the face, the blank eye things. Bronya from Honkai Impact 3rd uses. She's had it since like the beginning of the game, and like every time you're on the game too long and you have her on the bridge, she makes that face like, "Are you still here?"
Seat Lowy? Seat Lowy?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't
I also
ya?
love that she talks about her fashion sense, like she's trying to make herself look hip and stuff, but yet she has 2 Tron discs on her head.
Are
chumps come around here, picking fights with me, well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story.
I mean, you did come in like a rocket to punch Auroron.
I finish it, and then, I mean, come on, monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
You are a little terrifying sometimes.
Granny Seatlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little
Now that I have a
respect.
Twitch means
Yeah, Granny's a hard worker,
I can
all
stream
right.
too. Yay.
You can always rely
That's
on
really
old
cool.
Granny.
I heard Twitch is way better for like newer streamers as well. So there's that.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh,
I hate people that can do that. That's so creepy.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her
Oh,
mind's
so she gets so
actually
relaxed that
racing
she actually goes into her
It's like the
meditative
opposite
state?
of
That's funny.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Sitlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
What pair of eyes? I feel like that's gonna be
Traveler?
super important.
Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Please don't.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Ew.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was
Please stop
close
burping.
one.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to
I still don't trust
table
Twitch.
just now.
Banning one person for life over spamming, but only bans a girl for a week. We're doing it with a guy on stream. Like what? It depends. Well, they do have like a strike system. So if the guy who was spamming has gotten a strike before, that could explain it. They give you like a warning strike for like big offenses. So maybe they gave her warning strike and banned her for a week. You never know.
How embarrassing.
Especially because you don't know the full story.
sorry you had to
Because
see me
people
like
always
that.
leave out
That's
what they
never happened
don't want
before,
other
I
people to
swear.
know.
I've never thrown
So
up.
they'll take their
Not
side.
once.
You know?
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
You're worried about Auroron. No.
Not. Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
I would think you're like everyone else in this game.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame?
Like the same day we
about
met
shame.
Benti, he
I've
asked
lived all
us to
these
rob a
years and
church
still
with
can't
him.
Get rid of it.
I feel like a lot of people
Surely
forget that.
You know the feeling too?
Like, the same day we met Venti, he told us he was a god and then asked us to rob a church with him. And then he dumped all his crap on us. So I feel like there's not getting any lower than that. You're good.
Actually,
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
I forgot that. Alright. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset.
So, you heard my...
It's okay,
And her thoughts?
Polly.
Yeah.
You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
That was super specific. Did that happen to you before?
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just
Are
picking
you
something
actually 200 years old? Because earlier you said you weren't that old and everyone just called you Granny. But there's been some things that kind of point to her actually being like 200 years old. Not to mention, she gives that same vibe as Farzan. You know? Super bright hair. The whole attitude situation. And the markings. Especially her eyes. She has those like same like triangle things in her eyes. Maybe it's like a race.
Take a walk with me.
I know a lot of people said like they think Farzan is like a descendant of the Seelie because of her backstory and how long-lived she is. Maybe that's the same for Granny.
Looks like she's completely given
She's
up.
a Seelie descendant, maybe?
Criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
Never know. But it was Venti's church, so no. It was Mondstadt's church that just so happened to worship who Venti used to be. Because no one in Mondstadt believed he was the animal Archon until Jean. Way later in the Archon quest. The nun literally looked at him like, this guy's insane. Got it.
Well, great view, right?
I was thinking
I
of
love coming
Farzan
here
the
by
whole
myself.
time we were talking to her. We literally said that we've never seen an old person like that before, but we have. Yeah, exactly. Farzan's like 116 years old, I think it was, something like that. But yeah. She has the same like triangles in her eyes and everything.
Wow, it's beautiful.
She just screams pink Farzan.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just...
Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Yeah.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
I mean, it would be hard for her. If she is like 200 years old, she would see like everyone she got close to growing old and die. No wonder why she probably clings to Auroron so hard.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
But it's not.
You're just a regular person.
the kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eastley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Simon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe.
Not
you don't
gonna
know how many
lie,
delusions of grandeur
doing this
I've
whole
destroyed
quest
just by
took about a
existing.
day? Really? It's that long?
I make people realize that no matter how hard
I've only been
they
doing it
work,
for like an hour.
they'll never become a living legend like
Well,
me.
hour and a half now.
Oh, not to brag or anything.
I heard it's like
Maybe
6
it's
hours
hard to
long,
believe.
so I'm definitely gonna have to break it
Just-
into 2 parts.
Just
But I'm
pretend
gonna
I
try and
never
get as
said
far as I
anything.
can.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
What do you mean his soul is incomplete?
No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that be just killing him? Exactly. Like,
Now,
no.
you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course,
I agree
the
to not
vessel,
doing this plan. That's like
Auroran,
awful.
would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears.
No wonder why
and
you
now
feel
you
so
have the chance to make
responsible.
things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroran escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroran would probably be dead.
Damn.
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say,
No wonder why he lives by himself in the countryside. Your tribe tried to sacrifice you.
Auroran would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that.
but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this.
Is he gonna try and do the ritual again?
Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back!
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay.
Don't worry. You don't
need to
have
go
to do
home.
any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
I still think Auroron should have been the 5-star, but oh well.
Auroron's probably back with
I
the
like her
captain,
too.
don't you think?
Because we're getting 1 5-star from each of the tribes.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us? Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning.
Yep, time for bed. Alright. Flickering light, split and twine. This next part of the quest. So let's go to the inn and get some sleep. I don't understand why they never just go to their teapot.
It's so noisy outside. I would still have to sleep. Well, guess we should see what's going on.
Is it the music that's so noisy? Because I didn't actually hear anything. The invasion, maybe? Doesn't look like it.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night.
You must be used to it.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move. I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious.
Okay, that's good.
The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
What about Auroron?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's Chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Shilonen right away. Don't worry. I never forget a promise to a friend.
Be careful.
Thank you. Alright, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah. Maybe someone's come up with a plan. Maybe they're trying to ask what's going on from the Pyro Archon. You never know. So maybe we have some semblance of what's going on with the situation. We can go and ask. See what's happening.
here!
Well, Mulani's voice actor's still
Our
here.
Star
That's cool.
Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are.
Because he is
We've
a
got a real
shooting
emergency
star.
on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
All at once?
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mualani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
I need to talk to the Pyro Archon first.
Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us.
So it's also Pumpkin Day for your town? Oh, that's cool.
Who knows?
Busy.
Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay.
Around here, because like, it's a couple different like towns, like right across the bridge from each other where I live. There's actually like there's always like 3 different Halloween days, usually like right around us. So when I was growing up, we've always been able to go trick or treating 3 days like in a row.
It'll be
and got like
fine.
mountains of candy.
Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Ugh.
Let's part ways here for now.
I wonder why Halloween
Most
was our
importantly,
favorite. We had literally
be careful, everyone.
pillow sacks full of candy.
Some of
It was
us
great.
need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
She's worried.
It's alright.
That's what happens when you bring your family into a war. You worry about each other.
Talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help.
Okay. Marika. Himiko. Oh shit. We went right over.
Oh, it's you.
I swear to God, if
As you can
Marika
see,
dies
things
at the
are
end of
not
this,
looking good right now.
the Himiko
People
curse.
across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright. We're also in a hurry. We're gonna
We
go
met
help
the
children
captain.
of
What?
Interested now, aren't you? Damn, that
So he thinks
reaction.
my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Can the Gnosis do what they say?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function. But there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain
Destroy
all
the
the
throne?
souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net?
But it would get rid of all the souls, all the memories, all...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls
Yikes.
are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all 3 into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then,
And
the
their
net
souls.
can
That's
still
like...
become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair
I'm assuming
the damaged ley
Auron
lines
does
before
not
that
know this.
happens,
Or maybe...
then all those sacrifices
Because, like...
are for nothing.
I don't think he'd help if he knew that part. I feel like the captain just left that little part out.
Given the enormity of the price, it's a
Giant
solution I
part out.
refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care
Because he
about
feels
how we
guilty,
win,
right?
and what that
So-
means for us in the end.
So now that I have her, I did a bit of research. Apparently, she can either be a support or main DPS depending on how use her in a team. Yeah, she's really good. So she's basically like a second Kazuha too, and she also has Zhongli's like little special ability to remove enemies' defense.
Now it's true.
Or
both
provide
plans
enemy
come at a
defense shred and
risk.
stuff like that.
But after weighing our options, this
A
is
lot
our
of people
best
saying
bet.
having her and Kazuha on the same team is like really overpowered because you basically have two Kazuhas now. It's crazy.
Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of
She
the
like
Abyss,
majorly
the
buffed
Pyro Archons had to account for the worst case scenario.
Hu Tao, Arlecchino, Nuvolette, Mualani.
Having
Who
a
else?
contingency plan is
Kaching.
our duty. Not just to the people of Natlan,
I was watching a
but to
video on her
all who
earlier, and
live
it's
on
just
this
like
continent.
you see the damage without them, and then with her, and Kazuha, it's crazy.
Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh, one more thing. The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be...
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Yeah, too bad he just decided not to.
Judging by your expression, you
I
must
feel like
have
he's
doubted
not
me.
gonna have a just
Even if
normal
just for a
conversation with Marika, because like instead of talking to her, he straight up tried to murder her in the last quest to steal the Gnosis.
Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
And she heals with her ult, yeah.
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but
People say
know
if
this.
her and Farina
No
can
matter
both
what,
work
our
on
goal
like a team
remains the
together,
same.
like on a Hu
We
Tao
both want
or
to save the
Nuvolette
people of
team,
this land.
that person's automatically going to be really, really broken because Farina is kind of the meta, and Kazuha is also kind of like the meta, but now she kind of trumps him.
So now that you have your
So
answer, do you still doubt me?
You scared Paimon. You really...
That's a good thing.
I'm like 60 in pity.
Feel free to call me Mawika.
If I get her,
It's what all
awesome.
my
If I
friends
don't,
call
oh
me,
well.
and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great. Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it.
It just kind of sucks that she's such a good support and she's Geo that she can't actually work on Geo teams, like at all. Unless you have her C2, then she can. But if you don't, then you really can't put her on Geo teams.
Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle
Because,
the difficult locations.
Her whole skill bar thing only works with Cryo, Hydro, Electro, and Pyro. So she doesn't work with Dendro either.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon.
True.
No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
And of course she's a leopard, I like it, yeah.
I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, that's just a bonus. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a
I don't know if you guys
solution in the long run.
seen the leaks for Chaska yet.
I've
They're on the
considered
Discord if you
moving
guys
my
want to see
people
them.
other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom,
She's
a
Wanderer
forced
with a gun.
evacuation would
Like,
have
she literally
devastating
rides...
consequences.
And she literally rides a giant gun.
I've told the chiefs of
Like
each
a witch's
tribe
broom.
to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements.
And she has a very, very similar kit to Wanderer.
Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the
I kind of want her just because she rides the gun.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's
But, you know,
for
she
me
can
to
also
worry
fly
about.
and stuff, too, which is
I'll
nice.
let you know when we have more information on the captain.
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Milani. She can't be...
No need to worry about me.
But unlike Wanderer, she's not... Unlike Wanderer, she's not like a super... Well, she is a hyper carry. I don't really know how to describe it, because Wanderer needs buffs more, you know? Like Bennett and Farzan to like give him that infusion buffs and stuff that he needs. Whereas she really wants off-field damage, like Fischl and Auroron. Actually, he's going to be one of her like best sub DPSs, which also another reason why I want her, because I really want him. I heard about that on YouTube. Yeah, I really don't need another Animo. I have so many Animos. But I honestly just kind of... She looks fun to play, and I'm always going to end up playing the ones that are fun to play. Alright, so I'm assuming the quest... Where is it? Is being blocked by the other event that's out. So, what event is blocking us now? It's not turning red, so I actually don't see which one is blocking us. Let's see. Aphid Treasures again? It's freaking quest. It blocked us the first time, and I just ignored it, thinking, oh, that's so out of the way. It's not going to block us again. No way. It did. It blocked us again. You are adorable, but you're blocking us. I think I'm skipping her. I just finished building Wanderer 2, so yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see that. Like, she literally plays almost exactly like Wanderer. You go up in the air on her gun, you do her charge attack to gather them together with her first shot, and then you just go ham. Like, she's literally just Wanderer if Wanderer was a girl and had a gun. But I don't know. She looks fun. I'm gonna do her demo. If I'm not gonna like spend money on her, I just like I'm trying to say like I don't mind if I get either shoot, I'm blanking. I don't mind if I get Silone or her, because they both look really, really fun, is basically what I'm saying. Alright, so now that that's done, can I continue with the main quest? Awesome. I don't see how that was blocking that, but alright.
Quick, over here, to safety!
You and I both know that we need to save for the Pyro Archon, yeah.
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
We don't know when she's coming out, though. The Pyro Archon has been the longest Archon to ever come out so far. Because we know she's not coming in 5.2.
What's the situation?
The Archon usually comes in the first patch after the update drops.
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
So. Then again, there's definitely a lot more going on with the Leylons than I think we think. And that's why, you know, there's no Pyro Traveler yet, so we might not get the Pyro Archon until after the whole Archon quest thing is done.
Stay safe. We've got this.
Letting brave name?
Get! Check this out. Best of luck. Amazing. Right here.
Come on, Kachina! You've spoken more just in this one fight than you have this whole quest.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Woohoo! Amazing. Catch an epic wave!
I really thought I was done for.
Why do I feel like the Traveler will be the Pyro Archon? But I'm just guessing because it sounds cool, because I'm the one who told you that. And I love that theory, and I talk about it all the time. Mainly because Hoyoverse loves to do that. If you guys don't know, that's the exact same story Kiana went through in Honkai Impact 3rd. Like, she lost her power and everything, and she kind of had to use this, like, corruption power, Hersher of the Void, for, like, a really long time. And then all the way in, what was it, 5.0 of the game, she was the Hersher on the 5th year anniversary. All of her friends bound together, and she became the Hersher of Flame Scion. She became a god.
I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
She came way later than every other Hersher.
That should be the
did.
last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes. By the way, where's Seat Lolly? I thought she would come with you.
And guess who was the person she inherited her flames from? The previous Pyro Archon? Himeko?
The Masters of the Nightwind also got attacked, so she went back to help her
That'd be so
tribe.
cool.
She said...
Yeah, that makes sense. The
Not
attacks are
guaranteed,
more
but it would be
urgent.
really, really fun.
Alright, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
Ten points for agility.
Shoot. No phlogiston. There we go.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
Tina, she got strep. She just lost her voice. You just can't speak right now. It's okay. She's just mouthing everything in hopes that we understand her. We don't, but she's trying.
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is wait.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani. You always
Really
find a way
is.
to cheer people up.
Although, her other characters tend to be too.
I guess it's one of my better qualities.
I feel like I really only
So,
love Mualani because
specifics
every time
aside,
she speaks, I
the
hear
Pyro
Nero.
Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the
And every time I hear
crisis,
Nero's voice, I
but
think
it
of the meme
comes
of
at a
Nero
huge
riding all of her
price.
men like a chariot, and her just going, "Mwahaha."
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
But he doesn't know, or he does know, that it's going to cost all of Natlan's souls and memories and everything.
Before we left the stadium.
And just
According
isn't
to her, the
using
cost
it
of
as
the captain's
information.
plan is too high.
Isn't sharing it.
And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
I made the same joke when I was playing.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina.
I mean, you know,
she's already proven how much she
it
values
spreads
even a
pretty
single
easily. That's
person's life.
why Kinitch has it too.
When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
Lost his voice as well.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
Yeah. And it's from Shaznaya. Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
This is all super confusing.
They don't. He wants the Gnosis.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Marika said her intelligence officer...
By the way, I know I've said this before, but now that we have Himiko and Raiden as Archons in Genshin, well, I mean, we already had Wendy and Welt as Archons as well. Like, literally, half the cast from Honkai Impact 3rd showed up in Genshin as their gods.
With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
If the Tsaritsa is Bronya, and you guys know how much I love Bronya.
Sounds good.
I'm
I have
pulling.
a few theories of my own. With a bit more information,
Well, I'm pulling for every Archon, but I mean, I'm really pulling. I might just be a Bronya main.
I was just about to ask. Count me in. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt.
Hal, too.
People who could help us in the next battle.
Was the Hal
It's all
even
a
have voice
chain
lines?
reaction.
I don't even remember seeing a Hal. I know we saw Kinitch,
Register.
but usually a Hal when he speaks is
Follow
on
you
screen.
around. You know, go where you go, do what you do.
But maybe.
You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. All right. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
Oh, you betcha!
Did you know there's a little fun inconsistency in Natlan, though? If the ley lines are so weak that the Traveler wasn't able to connect with the statues and get the element of Pyro, we shouldn't actually be able to use the teleporters. Because the waypoints use the ley lines to travel. They like send you through the memories of the ley lines. So it physically should not be possible for us to travel through them in Natlan if we can't get the element from the statue. But obviously that would be super inconvenient and people would riot, so they just never brought that up. I just thought that was really funny. Where have we got? Because people hate to walk in Genshin. I hate to walk in Genshin.
Marika! Oh, Chatsuka and Koichi are here! Wait, are you okay, Koichi?
Which makes it so weird that we can't hear a howl, but we can hear the game noises.
I'm fine. No need.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Really?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
Please let me play as her. I want to use the gun.
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No.
It looks like they're
wait.
protecting some villagers.
It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers.
Yeah.
Over there.
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
I saw a traveler in Genshin that never touched any of their statues. The guy must have walked everywhere. People do that a lot.
We're glad you're okay.
I've also seen people
Given the appearance of abyss monsters
touch
all
the
over
statue so they can see the
You should
map,
cancel your
but
journey
never
and seek
open
shelter
any
at
of
the
the
stadium or one of
actual
the tribes.
waypoints.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help.
Why are they trying to make the Fatui likable in the 5th nation? They've always been so callous and cruel in every nation. Like, literally. So merciless, so uncaring, murders for fun. I get it. Shesnaya is next. We're gonna have to go to Shesnaya. We're gonna have to actually meet. Everyone there is probably gonna be mostly Fatui, right? And they're gonna do the whole reveal, probably, that they're not really that bad and all that kind of stuff. But, like, they waited too long. I don't trust anything they say.
If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed.
I guess it would be, like, whoever's in charge of them, though.
Nonetheless,
I guess that's true.
The decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Child didn't really bring any Fatui with him.
Going now.
And 3 of, like, the 5 nations was Senora, and she was a psychopath.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is?
How many Fatui have we killed? Better question, how many hilly trolls have we killed?
Exactly.
Because I feel worse about
onto
that.
Something big.
And don't Fatui and, like, bandits and stuff just throw a smoke bomb like the treasure hoarders and disappear and don't actually die?
Still, there was no trade.
Don't we just beat them up and they leave?
I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Or this was staged.
Maybe
because they knew you were following.
About the Fatui this whole time.
Bullshit.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's
This is 100% staged.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I can use this
Invisibility
terrain to
potion?
my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in alone.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning. That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
Bad idea.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit.
Plus, you don't have a vision.
I'm confident I can protect myself.
I can.
And you don't have a weapon or anything either.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our
I feel like
tribe.
there's enough room on her
can
giant
handle this.
gun that she flies
Same
on
plan
for
as
2.
usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike. Got
Stupid.
your ropes?
Don't split up. She doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, we know when they get out of here, obviously, but this is just stupid.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal.
Is this gonna be one of those missions where we have to, like, sneak in?
Now.
There's one in every nation. Oh, the Wind Trace music! It's subtle, you can hear it.
Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get.
I miss Wind Trace.
I need to act.
Why did they have to make it so complicated? I hated the new Wind Trace with, like, the fixing the machines and stuff. It gave the hunters such an unfair advantage because you wouldn't win unless you fixed 2 of the machines in Wind Trace last time.
Guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. That's it. Now's my chance.
Why are they acting like we have a choice here? They only give us one option. Yeah, it was too weird last time. I know they were like copying other games, but come on, yeah. They were trying to copy like those escape games where after you fix 2 machines you can open a door and like escape the hunter. But it doesn't really work when it's like a Genshin, you know, version where it's more just hide and seek.
Time to move.
Go! Looks like she hit a bird's nest.
That was close. Almost got caught. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance.
Man, she's so obvious. She's not a ninja like her sister.
I made it! That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations.
Capybara,
If we could just get
capybara.
past them somehow. Wait, I've got it.
Speaking of which, in Roblox, there's something like that, but you have to hide from a giant evil banana? Really? That's funny. There used to be, I can't remember its name now.
Huh?
But I used to play it all
What's
the
that
time.
noise?
And it was like everyone
Does
was made up of
something
like
explode?
yarn and stuff and like had button eyes. Gave me like very like Coraline vibes.
What the heck
But
is that?
it was
What do you think you're
exactly like Wind Trace last time. Where you had to like fix the machines, get the clues, get the key, open the door, all before the hunter found you. The hunter found you, he like locked you up in torture chairs and you had to like save everyone. Like save the people before like a minute was up so they wouldn't die. But they had a crossover with Danganronpa, and that's why I started playing it. Because you could play as Junko, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. And then Monokuma was the hunter. If you got the Monokuma skin, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't remember the game, I'll have to look it up.
I could ask you the same thing.
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already.
Poor capybaras, does she have to poison them?
The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. Come get me, Chaska. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. All right, time to move.
I love the Coco doggies.
Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place.
So what's going on?
Well, I was
What's with that
pretty
giant
helpful,
cube?
right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
I mean, to be fair,
I was wrong, Koichi.
Same.
You've done well.
With my siblings.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? No.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized
Giant
this many
ball
people.
cube
I
thing.
doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information
It's a
survives
source
to
block,
this day.
guys.
And even people from Natland don't know how to use it.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for.
Wait. Why doesn't that guy have a mask? He doesn't have a face. Why? He's supposed to have a mask over. I guess we understand what's under their mask now. Nothing. They're just like Capitano. They're just shadows under their mask. Damn.
Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Oh, that's so funny.
Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that!
Why would she tell them?
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
I was confused too. Wait, that happened in your game as well?
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble.
Oh,
while we
you
were
mean her,
fighting, right?
not the mask. Never
So my
mind.
perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us.
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Shilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natland familiar with the secret source.
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber. I've prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude.
My patience. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natland. I should...
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
She loves her animal crackers. Don't touch her animal crackers.
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
All right. Well, that music was a little ominous for a second there. Bid farewell to Chaska and Chiori? I can't remember how to say her name. It's only been like 2 seconds. But they're heading out. So we must bid them farewell.
What's next for you two?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mechaniste and Elise Cardinal.
I'm taking Koichi home.
The fact that I know how to say that now.
Hey,
Do you guys remember when?
like I'm some kind of
Do you guys remember when that first came out?
in a day or two.
Like,
There's
not
no
the
need to
meme.
go all
Like
the way
when
home.
Fontaine came out in that first Archon quest, I could not say that for shit. I couldn't even remember it. But then that stupid meme came out, and then that video, and yeah, now I know how to say it now. You hear it so often now.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I like...
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people
We
in
need
need, no matter
you.
how... I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it. Ugh.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chaska from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger.
But not
As
yourself.
a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because...
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
You're exactly the same. You're the same character, but in different fields. She's a warrior, you're a doctor.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
This is probably normal for them.
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along.
Sure.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
See you later.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
I'm assuming we're gonna do little side stuff with most people. That's gonna be in the main quest before the big stuff happens.
For real at some point, right?
Who are we still missing from the 6 warriors?
Let's go over everything that we know so far.
I'm trying to think of who they all are. Chaska, Kanich, Mualani, Leopard Girl. Probably the little midget Electro Kid. And the only 2 we've met from the Nightwing tribe is Granny and Auroron, so I think it has to be Auroron. So Auroron and the little person are probably who still need to be awakened.
Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh,
Did we ever get the midget's name? I don't remember.
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders!
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Kind of. What's up?
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroron is probably back with the Captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
It's not his fault that you guys tried to sacrifice himself as a kid and it failed. He should be happy.
I'm surprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time.
Did you ever get the midget's name? SoulRayne 2024. Also, I showed Ant the clip of last stream on Discord, LOL. Yeah, I saw.
Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to
dissing
go after him,
humans
so
and
he made sure to keep his distance.
ball sack
I kept
snakes.
an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look. Remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable.
Oh.
And this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No?
No,
well,
we don't.
He's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always
Vet?
bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Auroron. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroron would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can.
Okay. I definitely think she's like a Seelie descendant or something. Because, I don't know, she just... Her Farazan, and I think even like Nilou, they're like far too... I don't know how to say it.
That trick he used to bring you to
They're
the Night
more
Kingdom
fantasy-esque
isn't
than
anything
a lot of the
special,
other
by way.
characters.
My technique
And they're like
is
very
much
in
more
tune
subtle.
with the elements.
He won't notice anything.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroron's memories in this gem.
The kid
Although
thinks he can
Nilou's
take
whole
me
thing
on?
is the fact that she
Like
dresses
I
like the
wasn't
goddess
one who
of
taught him
flowers.
everything he knows.
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Huh, that's a
Maybe.
tough
I mean,
question.
memories are kind of...
Paimon doesn't have a grandma, So
personal.
she's not the best person to ask.
It's possible. Families disagree sometimes.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
And then start crying, and then start freaking out.
Yeah, you're right. First anger, then tears.
Oh, wait! Who are you calling a crybaby?
You, obviously.
You're just making it worse, Traveler.
But it's fun.
I need to look
She's
at
a very
his
easy
memory.
character to bounce humor off of.
Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care. And I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because...
Simon's right.
You really mean it? Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out. Got it?
Okay.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism.
At work, I've been loving randomly telling customers that pizza is boneless or that ketchup is fruit juice. Ketchup is vegetable juice.
All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some... you heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice.
Are you ready?
Into the unknown. Oh, that's cool. Different loading symbol.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes.
It's
in the
bigger
future.
than your head. Your food is bigger than your head, dude.
And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. If you run into them, be careful.
And they came to his garden?
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
I mean, obviously he wouldn't just tell you otherwise.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning.
So they were looking for her. He was telling the truth?
They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
Does he also have like a fractured soul or something?
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
Okay.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is
so is he from
extremely
Natlan?
Difficult.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm?
Does he have like a soft spot for his original nation? I mean, that's kind of why... That's kind of why the Knave father was sent to Fontaine, right? Because she was from there. Which I don't really buy, by the way, because that energy she has...
Do they really not
and her
care?
whole backstory points to her being from, like, Conria.
It seems like
but whatever. That's a whole nother story, whole nother situation. Not important right now.
And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. Oh, what is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time.
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and so this is when he fights the Pyro Archon, and he just goes in to save him. Why?
What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
At least we know why he saved him, but we don't know why he stayed with him.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
Is he dying?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Damn.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
You seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Sitlali? Do you...
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Sitlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe,
oh yeah,
can
just
show
like
me the
straight up
way.
say, hey, you are the strangest person I've ever met. I'm gonna side with you because of it.
Strange. Sitlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub, and the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
He does kind of look like a Power Ranger.
Why do you
Capitano?
need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
It's just his mask.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
It's not like a visor. It's just his face is shadowed over. I think it's because lore-wise, the inhabitant of the body that he's in isn't actually the person whose like body it is. I think like that's what it is or something. Because the Fatui has found a bunch of ways to stay young or alive for various amounts of really long time. Like that's just, they all defy death in some way. So a lot of people have like speculated for a really long time because he doesn't show his face. It's because it's not his face. You know what I mean? Like he pushes his soul and memories into new bodies or something. I know that's just like a theory, but the fact that he just doesn't ever show his face, it definitely kind of like, I don't know, gives weight to it, I guess.
Do you not
So there has to be a
believe the
reason
Fatui
for it.
capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell that...
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
I assume it's either a different face or a very rotten off face. LOL,
Interesting
yeah.
approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
What? What? But that would mean you would destroy the old ley lines here, right? Which would... It's still losing all of the spirits, all of the memories that are in the ley lines of Natlan. Because if you guys don't know, that's where the Night Kingdom is. It's in the ley lines. It's intertwined with them. So it could destroy the Night Kingdom. It could destroy they would lose all the memories of this nation. It could literally, because of how important the ley lines are to the nation, and because of the ley lines' memories of like the people and stuff, this could cause everyone to forget each other too. Who knows what absolutely destroying and remaking the ley lines could do? This is so stupid.
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all
The
right?
nation itself would be saved. The place, but not its people.
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
Of course. I'm so mad at him.
Jeez.
After
She's literally on
everything,
fire.
He still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Are you going to actually break his legs like you threatened to earlier? Because it seemed like you were super serious after he ran away. Just the conviction in her voice before when she said, "That's it. I know. I'm going to break his legs."
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's got nothing on me.
Oh, joy.
Anyway, back to what we just saw.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines? What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain.
I thought it wasn't like fully constructed
It's a
yet.
device from Conrio that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big.
He seriously... It lines up with everything he said before. He tried to seize a Gnosis for the same purpose.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Aurora?
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moeka about this right away.
A lot of people think that, Conria is right underneath of the in-between of Natlan and Fontaine. Because that's like right under Celestia.
Yes.
That could be why.
She needs to know about this. Now.
Just a theory. And that is Chapter 4, Act 3 complete. We got a lot of information in that one. Damn. So, obviously, that's where we're going to be leaving it for now in the story. Next week, we'll probably finish off with Natlan's story quest, get all up to date and all that kind of stuff. This one was very lore heavy and prep heavy, you know? Definitely getting ready for like the big finale situation that's obviously going to be in the next part of the quest. But I don't think it's going to be like the finale. Usually the finale of the Archon quests happen around 0.4, 0.5 usually. But like the big stuff happens usually in 0.2. So yeah, that was a really good story quest. I actually really loved Granny and Auroron. They're actually two of my favorite characters from Natlan now, right behind Kanich. So yeah, I actually had so much fun with that quest. It made me laugh so much, which doesn't happen with Genshin very often anymore. It was just really fun, really funny. We got to learn more about the captain too, which was great. Yeah, it was really good. I'm assuming all the crazy shit everyone's warned me about is definitely happening in the next quest. So maybe we're streaming Persona tomorrow, and the next time I have free to stream is probably Wednesday. So like, I wanted to play Metaphor again next week too, and I also wanted to play Withering Waves. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll play Genshin again next week as well instead of Final Fantasy. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Rain, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.